English shortened legal dictation court order 75 words per minute. Start. The society which is registered or which may be registered on or before March 31, 1961, subject to the conditions specified in the notification, it was contended on behalf of the appellant that under the contract between the appellant and the society there was no relationship of master and servant, but the appellant supplied raw material and the contractor, the society, produced the goods. But even on the assumption that the appellant had manufactured the goods by employing hired labor and was therefore a manufacturer, still the appellant was entitled to exemption from excise duty since the case fell within the language of the two notifications dated July 31, 1959 and April 13, 1916, and the cotton fabrics were produced on power looms owned by the corporate society, and there is nothing in the notifications to suggest that the cotton fabrics should be produced by the cooperative society for itself and not for a third party before it was entitled to claim exemption from excise duty. It was contended on behalf of the respondent that the object of granting exemption was to encourage the formation of cooperative societies which not only produced cotton fabrics but which also consisted of members not only owing but having actually operated not more than 4 power looms during the 3 years immediately preceding their having joined the society. The policy was that instead of each such member operating his looms on his own, he should combine with others by forming a society which through the cooperative effort should produce cloth. The intention was that the goods produced for which exemption could be claimed must be goods produced on its own behalf by the society. We are enabled to accept the contention put forward on behalf of the respondents as correct on a true construction of the language of the notification dated July 31, 1959 and April 13, 1960. It is clear that all that is required for claiming exemption is that the cotton fabrics must be produced on power looms owned by the cooperative society. There is no further requirement under the two notifications that the cotton fabrics must be produced by the cooperative society on the power looms for itself. It is well established that in a taxing statute there is no room for any intendment, but regret must be had to the clear meaning of the words. The entire matter is governed wholly by the language of the notification. If the taxpayer is within the plain terms of the exemption, it cannot be denied its benefit by calling in aid any supposed intention of the exempting authority. If such intention can be gathered from the construction of the words of the notification or by necessary implication therefrom, the matter is different, but that is not the case here. In this connection, we may refer to the observations of Lord Watson in 1897 AC 2238. Stop.